On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
And now these men choose them. But we look at the James Hardens and say, I want the sweetie pies. I want the thoughts, the Tristan Thompsons. Oh, yeah, we want the thoughts. Let's run up the thoughts. But ideally, these men want the average women, but they want women. These so-called self-certified 9s and 10s, these ain't motherfucking women. Yeah, she look basic as hell. And you know what? He might marry her too, Anton. You know why?
He engaged.
You know why he gonna do that though? Because I promise you this, she might not look as good as these so-called other thoughts out here, but I promise you, she act like a woman. These terrorists don't act like women. They act like men. They might as well get out here. They was in Afghanistan with me. Half of these chicks on these panels, they got more war stripes than me. They got more combat stripes than me. Because these hoes are terrorists.
But you know what, Anton? That's the problem with a lot of people, right? They always say, like, okay, oh, this person just want me for this, or this person just want me for that. Some people just be really genuinely loving people.
I mean, like, I think that more than anything, and I hate to say it, I think that the Jay-Z marrying Beyonce was a business move.
I don't think any of us doubted that. I think that too.
I think
that was a business move for both of them.
I think it was a business move.
I think the love grew over time. I don't think it was there in the beginning.
So really, y'all are basically saying that, you know, if it's that easy, you should just find a person business wise, and then love will grow. Is that a good option?
I don't think that a guy should get married for love.
No, I'm talking about women. I'm talking about a woman's perspective, right? Should we do that?
Say it again, Q.
Should us as women doing it as a business perspective? Should we do that instead of leading with love?
Y'all already doing it from a business perspective. You just don't know what it is.
I think that a lot of women are doing it business wise, but there are a lot of women.
No, they're not.
Yes, y'all are. You looking for provision and protection is a business move. Whether you think it is or not,
the thing about how women are actually moving.
The thing that women look for in men is literally hypergamy itself is a business perspective. Looking for the best available option based off of a man being able to provide and protect is a business perspective.
I agree with that. What I'm saying is that I don't think that all women think that in the beginning, though. I think that in the beginning, when they're young, it's more about attraction. I think that as time goes on, you start thinking about those things. But I think like really young people, well, we got the social media culture and all of that, but I still think that attraction drives it more when people are younger versus when they mature.
Thank you.
No, because we got women that are in their 30s like, no, I need a man that makes this amount, got this.
No, I mean young. 30s is not young. Well, it's young, but it's not young to me, like being like 19 or 20.
Young. I don't consider women are in their 30s as young. We're at that mark. I'm just saying for women to say, hey, I need a man to make this and that is kind of business thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
What 18-year-old?
I mean, that's what they just said.
What 18-year-old is not looking for an older man to take care of them? Like, I mean, come on. You're 18 years old. You have no money. You're in college. You're at the calf. You're trying to get, you know, your clothes, your shoes. You're trying to get all these different things. Like, come on. Like, you don't.
Yeah, but at the same time, a lot of girls end up getting in relationships and falling in love with boys at the college. You know how many friends I have right now that are marrying people that they met at, like, there's a couple, like, I'm going to their wedding later, like next year. They met freshman week. There's people that have been together since college that meet there and then get married. And then there's another sector of people that don't end up settling down until they get older. So their thought process is different. But like when y'all are both broken in college, you're not thinking about, oh, what can he provide? Y'all both in the calf. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different at different phases of life.
I think that there were people that were in the calf, and I think that there were people that were not in the calf. Okay.
Facts.
So yeah, because
my roommate was like not in the calf. She was dating someone that lived in the city, someone that lived off campus. You know what I'm saying? Like I was dating someone that we were in the calf together. Like
yeah,
I heard the calf, and so
well, I'm gonna say this to the back to the topic, right? Back to the topic. What you can see from the topic, based on this whole conversation, is that you know what men have low standards and no standards, but their standard are you be a woman. If you really analyze the sample size that we really look at as far as athletes and all that shit, think about this. Only James Harden and a couple of these I hear is really fucking with these hoes for the streets. Everybody else, like if you want to look at these NFL days when they bring their wives, it's literally a bunch of average women that's on the side of these filthy rich men. Kyle Pitt, my favorite player from Atlanta, he got a fiance. She's a average, basic looking woman. See, James Harden is out here fighting for the hoes, right? And all y'all hoes that think y'all look good, that y'all exit, all these motherfuckers that come on these panels that say that self-declare themselves as being 8s and 9s and 10s. Yeah, you for James Harden, right? And then James Harden gonna run through all you motherfuckers until y'all get 10 oatmeal pies, and now you just gonna be certified for the streets. But the real dudes that's out here doing things that everybody say these men don't exist, all you gotta do, look at these fucking media days, look at these family days, and look at all these people that's influential. You'll be like, damn, that dude right there just signed $170 million contract, and his woman looks average at best. Rest in peace.
Yo, I wish I could show you some of these NBA players. There's one that just got drafted to the Pistons, and I'm not gonna say his name or whatever. We all know who one of them is. Yo, his chick is holding on for dear life.
Yeah,
and
but he just got drafted though.
He is so regular. I mean, she could not be any more regular, but he's blinded, right? He's blinded because he still got that puppy love thing in there in his eyes or whatever.
Well, why is he blinded?
If he ever got some clarity, if he woke up, if he got some clarity, listen, he just got engaged.
How old is he?
I think he's like 19.
But maybe your character is better because a lot of these pretty females got horrible characters.
Anton, you're proving my point, right?
I agree with you.
No, what you're proving is that, look, I'm saying they picking average women. And then to all our conversations, that will be having low standards. But ideally, they're picking women. So now that is a standard. These are actually women that gonna sit, do what they supposed to do. You ain't got to worry about them over talking you. You ain't got to worry about them doing the shit that we see on these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about them saying, I want equity, equality. They actually is average females that play their position, and now these men choose them. But we look at the James Hardens and say, I want the sweetie pies. I want the thoughts, the Tristan Thompsons. Oh, yeah, we want the thoughts. Let's run up the thoughts. But ideally, these men want the average women, but they want women. These so-called self-certified 9s and 10s, these ain't motherfucking women. Yeah, she look basic as hell. And you know what? He might marry her too, Anton. You know why?
He engaged.
You know why he gonna do that though? Because I promise you this, she might not look as good as these so-called other thoughts out here, but I promise you, she act like a woman. These terrorists don't act like women. They act like men. They might as well get out here. They was in Afghanistan with me. Half of these chicks on these panels, they got more war stripes than me. They got more combat stripes than me because these hoes are terrorists.